For cleanup, I like Bon-Ami. I think Bon-Ami just works. Doesn't scratch the surface. You know, with just warm water and a sponge, it breaks down easy enough. It's fantastic on the grates. The stovetop, generally I recommend to someone, you know, you try to treat it while it's still hot. Obviously, you just cooked dinner. You're not going to start cleaning a stovetop. But if they could, you know, a lot of homes might have a tea kettle that always sits on the stovetop. If they could apply a little bit of the water while the burner area is still hot, what that's going to do is loosen up any of those burnt on spills, so later on when they go to attack it, it's going to be easier to wipe away, you know? I mean, everything burns on there because as that flame hits the pan radiates that heat back down to the surface, so it really just burns in any splatter. If they can just apply a little water then, they'll love it. The burner caps, whether here or here, if they leave one on and take, in this case, the other four, put them in a pot of water and boil the heck out of them for 10 minutes and then just let them air dry, that's the best way to do it. Definitely recommend to anyone, do not put these in a dishwasher because the rinse aid turns these gray and it can pit up the little holes. Scrubbing them, I think it's, I don't know. Some people are really clean like that, so that's up to them. But I think that can drive you a bit crazy. But yeah, definitely the grates, Bon-Ami, the surface area Bon-Ami, because, you know, every porcelain top I've seen is scratched after a while. I mean, there's no way around it. They're going to scratch it, especially if they burn something on there. And so Bon-Ami is a little bit less abrasive than other cleaners, so that does a great job. Another thing I'd recommend, if they do clean the grate, tell them do not use paper towel to dry it. It's going to stick all across it and tear. Just tell them to air dry it. Another thing about paper towel, most of the stuff today is recycled, so it has little chips in there, and that can leave tiny little scratches that don't show right away, but they do appear over a period of time. And it will show these little scratches across the stainless, definitely, the front end and the glass. They're better off using just a sponge and a chamois cloth, or upsell the cleaner cloth that you guys have. Those things are great, to be honest. They're excellent on the porcelain because it suppresses the streaks. And another thing about streaks, mineral oil. For cleanup here, I only use a sponge, and then I would take mineral oil on a chamois. Doesn't leave streaks. That's also a great thing to use. Every manufacturer's grates just naturally over a period of time from slide and cookware, and especially the cast iron stuff, the heaviness of that's going to scratch this and it's going to gray it up a little bit. If they just put a little mineral oil to that and applies it, it brings back that natural kind of patina look to it, and that's fine. And that's reality.